tuning in mid-sentence if you're viewing the video in syndication. Yeah, so multiple space weather inputs coming. Like I said yesterday, major CME impact, make it 2, and a coronal hole high-speed stream. So yeah, we're going to have co-interactive regions. We may have a G4 class KP8 geomagnetic storm, and mid-latitude aurorae are likely in about 36 to 48 hours. So yeah, we saw the radio bursts come out yesterday, and we were ahead of the curve on the channel. So hopefully you enjoyed those facts. Let me grab my coffee, and I'll show you the forecasts by ESA and NOAA. Decided to start drinking my coffee out of a measuring cup here because I like it. It was my grandmother's, and she's sort of my cooking mentor. So today, and for the foreseeable future, drinking coffee out of a 2-cup measuring cup. If you're critical of this, please leave us a comment and tell me that I'm a homosexual or something because I drink coffee out of a measuring cup, and it's really, really going to hurt my feelings. Pardon the sarcasm. And check this out. We've been using these new products now. We never tried these until just recently. I wanted to show you the new one because I want to try it myself. Cinnamon Coffee Cake Creamer by Chobani. Yeah, it's got all good ingredients in it, so there's no like soybean oil or crap like that in there. This is legit, okay? Here's the ingredients. Milk, cream, cane sugar, and natural flavors. So, yeah. Maybe try it out. I don't know. I think it's pretty good. And thanks for leaving a comment. Smash Staff. Yeah, a rare appearance by Smash Staff in the morning stream. Orange Hearts. It's one of the many lucky charms that we enjoy on the channel. We don't have any green clovers, blue moons, purple diamonds, blue diamonds, or purple horseshoes. So, and I just added creamer to Smash Staff's cup because I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. She'll probably want more in there. And me to be less of a moron. Here, let's try this again. Let's try adding the creamer to my own coffee. Here we go. It tastes pretty good, folks. Oh man, yeah, I added creamer to your coffee, and you're going to want more, so I'm just going to leave it out for you. Enjoy. Yeah, I've been having some brain fog. So, just a little bit of brain fog the past couple of days, as I think we've got the flu. So it's very rare for me to have a cardiovascular effect from the flu or from COVID, things like that. It's very, very unlikely for anything cardiovascular to happen. What happens is I get brain fog. I get brain fog and a tongue coat from my virus. And that's pretty much usually all that happens. Unless I really push myself idiotically in an athletic fashion when I am ill. But I don't do that because when I'm in ill health, I rest. Call me a radical. So yeah, multiple space weather events coming in, and it's exciting stuff. So yeah, there's a high likelihood of the ability to see the aurora, and all things considered, it's becoming more likely to be clear here in Lehigh Valley, PA. Shout out to Laura Lee of What's Going On in the Lehigh Valley. All right, so let me bring up my console here. This is going to be a brief stream. I will let you know what the forecasts are, what the projected impact times are, and I'll let you know NOAA's expectation, as well as what's going on with the sun currently. So let's cover that, shall we? We shall. We shall. All right, so first of all, the Huxley forecast, the Huxt forecast, I should say, is showing 2 CMEs. That's coronal mass ejections for you new to space weather, when the sun blasts off portions of its atmosphere, known as its corona. Oh man, that Chobani cinnamon coffee cake, dude, it kicks ass. Yowzers, is that good? All right. So yeah, two CMEs coming in. And according to University of Reading, the impact time of the first CME is in 48 hours. So on the 16th, CME impact number 1, and then late in the day on the 17th, CME impact number 2. So that's, for those of you following things like calendars, that's Thursday and Friday. So Thursday and Friday, both Thursday night and Friday morning for you American viewers, yeah, could see some mid-latitude aurora. Sunspot number has come up a little bit here. It's slightly above the average now. Average sunspot number at the moment is 130 sunspots. We're at about 132 sunspots. So looking normal as per the downtick of the solar sunspot cycle. So that's pretty normal. Radio flux is leveled off here at about 142 solar flux units. Current space weather conditions in terms of the solar wind are coronal hole high-speed stream subsiding here. So the speed is down from yesterday. We are now at about 570 kilometers per second. 567 kilometers per second is the solar wind velocity. Density low here, so we should get a good signal when the first CME impact arrives. Keep in mind there's also a coronal hole high-speed stream on the way. That's why I said we're going to have a co-interacting region. The coronal hole is of south pole orientation. We'll actually show that to you and show you the CMEs. Should get a pretty good view of those. And I'll do the flip here and show you the screen. Now there's Alasco C2. So that's CME out of the east there. This one here, that does not look like it's earthly directed. But these earlier ones, at least one of those earlier ones is definitely earthly directed. So two of those, two CMEs on the way, as well as a coronal hole high-speed stream. So that's what's going on. Thursday and Friday, mid-latitude aurorae are likely. So that's pretty sweet, right? Here are some current images of the closest star for all of you stargazers out there. Thanks for joining us to gaze at the most interesting star, El Sol, the closest one. And oh, we've got massive filament activity happening. So check it out right up here, folks. There's a huge outflow happening at the southwestern corner, rather, the lower right of this active sunspot here. And there's a huge filament there looking like it is very unstable. So the likelihood of coronal mass ejections today is nearly 100%. And let's take a look at that. We're going to look at that in 195 angstroms and zoom way in. See if we can get a little more detail on that outflow. Very nice little river of plasma there. And when I say little, I mean hundreds of thousands of kilometers in length. Let's see what 171 shows. There might be some good views from that. This is ionized iron, 171 angstroms. And there you can see that outflow. That filament sort of just forming before our very eyes there. Pretty freaking cool. Probably doesn't show very much in 94 angstroms, but we'll show that anyway. Thank goodness for the GOES 19. That's the past couple of hours. By the way, all these clips on the GOES 19 Swoopsy page are about 2.5 hours, I think. 2 hours, 2.5, something like that. So there you go. There is some great imagery of the closest star via the GOES 19. And of course, the solar corona is very rich in its chemical makeup. That is ionized iron, 94 angstroms. Let's look at the hottest wavelength while we're here on the site. There is 131 angstroms. Great at showing solar flares as well. So we've got a lot of activity with filaments going on. Let's take a look at filaments next. Just bear with me a moment there, folks. We're going to show you animations of the, we're going to show you animations here as well, but here's the Eltide ground-based hydrogen alpha telescope. And those dark absorption features you see there, those are those filaments that I was talking about. You can see, look at this one forming here just in the past day. So that is, let's zoom in on that. Just a massive filament there. That's at least 80,000 kilometers in length. And it may even be associated with this filament down here, but I think this is a separate filament. So that would be a good one to name if you want to name filaments. We've already named this one up here. And if you want to name filaments after your friends, your foes, or even yourself, join us on Twitter. Just follow the hashtag #NameThatFilament. Also, don't forget to press the like button, people, because what the heck, man? 7 viewers and 1 like. Are you that lazy? I know it's early, but you're probably one of those people that doesn't use turn signals. Ooh, I can't reach all the way to the steering column and flip a turn signal. No, it's too much work. I'll have to pause updating my Instagram. So here's Eltide's magnetograms. And this sunspot is still magnetically complex, but it has degraded a little bit. So, yeah, this sunspot here is growing, and this is magnetically complex. So we could see a major solar flare right in the center of the solar disk, folks. See that area right there? That sunspot is legit. So that's pretty good. So that's hydrogen alpha. And let's also show the intensity gram, which is basically like what you would see if you just look through a plain old solar filter. We'll use the same telescope here. We'll use Eltide since it's only a half hour out of date. So there's that sunspot. There's a little bit of growth there, especially in this leading umbra right here. But there are some associated. Okay, it's pretty good. All right, let's just bring it to the last here. There's the last image. And yeah, this has got some magnetic complexity to it, especially around this area here. So this is a somewhat high likelihood for a large solar flare. Let's show the full disk view so you can see all of those sunspots and close this thing out. So hopefully you'll have clear weather. The likelihood of mid-latitude aurorae, again, is kind of high. And thanks for tuning into the Smash News Network, least busted name in news. I'm going to close out by just pressing mute here, just to leave the chat open for a little bit longer since we got 1 comment. It's a pretty pathetically low number of comments. And only 1 like. So, yeah, thanks viewers for helping support the channel. Pardon my sarcasm. So let's bring up, we're going to just let this sit here on 304 angstroms for a few minutes. I'll leave like 5 minutes for all of our friends and foes to leave your favorite comments. But don't make a fool of yourselves, folks, because you're not muted on our channel. We allow people to say whatever they want. And yeah, here's me signing off. Oh, and check out my pink dress. You like it? Shout out to the Rogue North Hash House Harriers.